Good evening, everyone. I'm Anthony Crowell, and it is my great pleasure to welcome you here tonight to New York Law School's Gala. As many of you know, this is my first Gala as the new Dean and President of the Law School, and I want to thank you for your incredible generosity tonight and throughout the year towards New York Law School. It means a lot to all of us, and I thank you personally for welcoming me to the community. Indeed, we are New York's law school. We aren't just about creating lawyers. We're about creating leaders who advance justice and profoundly influence business and industry at all turns. Tonight, we celebrate 4 outstanding New York Law School alumni, both lawyers and leaders, whose lives and careers make us proud to be part of New York Law School with them. We celebrate Ernst Rosenberger, Cynthia Rosicki, Jerry Crotty, and Dan Oates. Please join me in welcoming and congratulating them. Our honorees have very different career paths, yet all 4 of them have distinguished themselves by using the education they received at New York Law School as a foundation on which to build great careers. They've become leaders and have inspired others to lead. And we thank you for joining us to celebrate them and for your support of the law school. Our groundbreaker award ceremony will take place after dinner, but right now, we're going to begin the evening with giving the inaugural Dean's Award for Leadership and Service to alumnus Dan Oates, the Chief of Police of Aurora, Colorado. Many of you will remember Chief Oates for his incredible work this summer after the horrific tragedy that befell Aurora with the movie theater shootings in July. Chief Oates is not only an alumnus of NYLS, he is an alumnus of NYPD and has used his law school education to advance his career in law enforcement. He began his career as a street cop in 1980 and worked his way up the ladder while attending the evening division here at the law school. He was promoted to captain and then became a senior executive, including commanding the legal bureau, where he directed an office of 80-plus attorneys. And by the end of his 21-year career, Chief Oates had become the head of the intelligence division and was a member of the executive staff of the police commissioner. Chief Oates became police chief in Ann Arbor in August 2001, and then there he led a successful reduction in violent crime by 24%, and then an overall crime reduction of 13%, and then he became police chief in Aurora in November of 2005. I've invited a very special guest here tonight, Police Commissioner Ray Kelly, to give Chief Oates his award. We're particularly proud to have Commissioner Kelly because Dan had worked with him at NYPD and credits a lot of his career growth to Commissioner Kelly's leadership. Commissioner Kelly, as you know, has been police commissioner for all of Mayor Bloomberg's tenure since 2002 and had previously served as police commissioner under Mayor Dinkins. And his leadership at the NYPD has been unparalleled. He's a 43-year veteran of the police department, and he, like so many of us in the room, is a lawyer. Please welcome Police Commissioner Ray Kelly.
Thank you very much, Dean Crowell. It is indeed a pleasure to be here tonight with all of you to present the Dean's Award for Excellence in Leadership to, as Dean Crowell said, a very distinguished alumnus of New York Law School and the NYPD, and that is Chief of the Aurora, Colorado Police Department, Daniel Oates. In 1980, Dan Oates was working as a newspaper reporter when he responded to a recruiting ad for the New York City Police Department. 6 months later, he swore an oath to serve the public as a police officer. It was a very different time in New York. Violent crime was on the rise. There were over 1,800 homicides in the city 33 years ago. That's more than 4 times the number that we had in 2012. Chief Oates quickly made his mark as an active and dedicated patrol officer. By night, he attended classes at New York Law School and received his Juris Doctor degree in 1986 with honors. He also found the time and the drive to obtain a master's degree in management from NYU. He rose steadily up the ranks, earning promotions to sergeant, lieutenant, and captain. In 1994, Dan was named commanding officer, as the dean said, of the police department's legal bureau. And after his promotion to deputy inspector, he was assigned to lead the NYPD's intelligence division, which he did for 4 years. There, he oversaw the security planning for everything from presidential visits to the United Nations General Assembly. Chief Oates went on to serve as executive officer of Patrol Borough Brooklyn South, where he helped to manage over 3,000 police officers in 13 different precincts. In 2001, he left the NYPD to assume command of the Ann Arbor Police Department in Michigan. Rumor has it that it was really his love of hockey that made him make that decision. But once again, Chief Oates showed the kind of leadership that earned the public's confidence and delivered results. Despite a 20% reduction in personnel in his department, Chief Oates drove crime down by 24% in Ann Arbor in 4 years. He showed the same ingenuity as chief of the Aurora Police Department, where he presided over a 30% drop in crime over 5 years. Of course, nothing could have prepared him for what took place in his city last July 20th. That's when a deranged gunman, wearing a gas mask and body armor, hurled a gas canister into a crowded movie theater in Aurora and opened fire with an automatic weapon. 12 people were killed and dozens more were injured. Shortly after that horrific incident, Chief Oates learned the suspect had booby-trapped his apartment with 30 homemade grenades and 10 gallons of gasoline. Fortunately, his officers and bomb technicians from the FBI were able to find and disarm the devices, thereby preventing further loss of life. Throughout the crisis, Chief Oates worked tirelessly to identify those killed and notify family members of the victims, while keeping the public informed, providing encouragement to his police officers, and restoring order to a devastated community. His calm leadership, his consistent command of the facts, comforted not only Aurorans but also Americans everywhere as they tried to come to terms with an unspeakable tragedy. So in recognition of his service and his lifelong contributions to the mission of public safety, it's indeed my honor to present the New York Law School's Dean's Award for Excellence in Leadership to Chief Daniel Oates. Dan? Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you for doing this.
Thank you.
Thank you. Should we take a picture?
Sure, absolutely.
Okay.
Good work, pal. Thank you. We're proud of you.
Thank you. Well, I'm truly honored. This is such a wonderful moment, and I so appreciate. You know, there were two sort of formative moments in my life that perhaps led to this. One, of course, was my association with the NYPD, my 21 years. I have some friends here tonight. I have to introduce Mike McCann and Dan Mullen are somewhere out there, two close friends from my time in New York. And such a wonderful grooming ground for leadership training, the NYPD, such a great organization. And it's particularly important for me that Ray Kelly presented this. He afforded me my first real opportunity as a young captain with my first command, and I've been forever grateful to him and to the NYPD for all that it did to form me. And of course, the other experience is New York Law School. I attended in the evenings. I graduated in '86. I was still a young cop, only 6 years. And I made a decision to stay in policing and to use my degree as best I could, and the grounding in New York Law School and the confidence it gave me to work in public service and in government led to where I am today, and I'm deeply appreciative. And if I had to make one other comment, Ray Kelly will surely tell you this, that your success as a police leader is dependent upon your people. I have exceptional people in the Aurora Police Department. They did exceptional work that night. The world saw them in action. And someday the story will be told when the gag order is lifted and the defendant has his moment in court. We'll be able to tell the stories of their heroism, and I look forward to that moment. And I'm oh so proud to be their leader and also to be here tonight and represent all of them, because this award is really about them. It's not about me. So enjoy the evening, and thank you. I'm truly humbled by the honor, humbled by who's here, and I'm humbled by Commissioner Kelly's presence to give it to me. So enjoy the evening, and thank you very much. Thanks.